The member from Clay, the best tax chair in the United States of America, Representative Paul Marquart.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Speaker and members, I first of all want to start out by saying what an honor and privilege it has been to serve 22 years in this Minnesota House of Representatives. It's been such an honor, and you learn things quickly. I remember my very first day. We'd been sworn in one day, and the very next day, I get my calendar. And you remember you used to get your calendar on a piece of paper. And it said, my first appointment was in 311 SOB. And so at 5 to 9, I take off for my meeting, and I forget who it was with. And I go all around the third floor, and I get back to my LA Jerry Boyce. I said, Jerry, I can't find 311 SOB. She said, Representative Marquart, right there, it's your office. Seriously. So the first thing I learned was where my office was. And another thing that I learned early on, my very first committee meeting was education policy with Chairman Harry Maris, a Republican. And I got there about 10 minutes early, as I thought you were supposed to be. And I was there, but there was one other person there, Chair Maris. And I must have impressed him because it was about the third meeting in, and here I am a freshman, he's got a bill up. Would Representative Marquart please take the gavel? My word. But what it showed me is what bipartisanship is supposed to look like. And that was really a key that day. You never do things alone. And so I just want to go through some thank yous for my legislative assistants, Jerry Boyce, Paul Cummings, Peter Strohmeyer, Joe Gold, and my current legislative assistant for the last 10 years, Ursula Griska. We all know you don't go very far without those people keeping you in line. It was also an honor to chair committees. And we all know that the committees operate because of your committee administrators. And I had some wonderful ones: Sarah Carlson-Walrath, Shannon Patrick, Nathan Jessen, and my current committee administrator, Polly Sergvanik. Thank you for helping make a difference in people's lives. People have mentioned the nonpartisan staff. I mean, in the House, we're so fortunate to have people that support us, they work for us, they make us look good. And it's, House research, partisan, nonpartisan, media, constituency, the front desk, the sergeant at arms. They do such a wonderful job representing the state of Minnesota. Can we get this done once and for all? The tax committee is the best committee in the House. Chief Clerk Murphy, please note that in the journal for me. But I really want to thank all the tax committee members for all of your work, and it was a true honor to represent you. I learned some really good things under former tax chairs. My first one was Chair Abrams, Chair Krinke, Chair Davids, who we go back about 30 years. Thank you so much. Chair Lincheski, who when I was the property tax chair, took me under her wing and taught me a lot of good things about tax policy. And so thank you very much. I want to thank the speakers of the House who had the faith and confidence in me to name me to a committee chair to help make a difference. Margaret Anderson Kelleher, Paul Thiessen, and Speaker Melissa Hortman. And Speaker Hortman, the last 2 years, we have gone through the worst pandemic in 100 years and a killing that shocked the world. And you kept this institution strong and stable. And you did that with compassion, with strength, and with dignity. And this body and this institution remained intact and strong because of your leadership. Thank you so much. I want to thank my constituents. I represent the best district in the state for 22 years. And I always enjoyed door knocking. That was always, I don't know if funnest is a word, but it's always the most fun thing I did as a legislator, and it kept me grounded on who I represented. And I will tell you, I especially like those constituents who would vote for the Republican at the top of the ticket and then me for legislature. And I really enjoyed them because they're the ones that made the minority leader go crazy. I want to thank my students at Dilworth, Glendon, Felton who kept me optimistic for the future. I'll be teaching my 40th year, one more year, and I've thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you to my senators, Senator Keith Langseth and Senator Kent Eakin, who I served with and formed a really, really good team. And thank you to all of you. I have enjoyed each and every day, and I'm not going to name names, but I always enjoyed the famous Pulaski gatherings, those of you who know about that. I appreciate members that always had my back. I enjoyed the wrestling stories, talking family, talking taxes, of course. And as I think about that, I think about all that you've given me, and I really, really appreciate that. And I have to say, my proudest legislative accomplishment was successfully passing the largest tax cut in the oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot to take that out. So finally, and most important, I want to thank my family. So as others have said, first of all, I learned kind of the value of public service from my parents, who were actually married in 1935 during the Great Depression. And they talked a lot about President Roosevelt, and they talked about how government can do good and help people. And they would talk about that around the family table. Thank you to my siblings who helped drive me in parades and put up signs and so forth. And a huge thank you to my wife, Colleen, who didn't sign up for this, and my family for their love and support, because it just would not be possible without that. And every time I would run, the old saying is you need 50% plus one to win an election. I'd always start with my wife, Colleen, and get that vote. And I thank my daughters, Lindsay and Ashley, both teachers, which I'm very proud of, married to Grant and Drew, and then the 3 grandchildren they've given us, and probably why I'm standing here right now, Addison, Lincoln, and Hadlin. I love you so much. And my daughter, Ashley, reminded me that when I first was elected, she was going into the 4th grade, and now she just is completing her 8th year as a teacher. So how time flies. So thank you to my family. Finally, one last thing. This institution and all of you have given me a lot more than I've ever given back. But I'm going to ask all of you members one thing, if you would do this for me. Please take care of little Johnny. Please take care of little Johnny. Madam Speaker, it's been an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you.